hanging out inside, trying to avoid the heat and the smoke. Our state is pretty much on fire at this point. Got a major one going about 20 minutes from here, so it's fall and ashes all over. Not the best environment to be in. But I do have a full week of training to post up, so that's a good thing. Also got my new Sully Strong shirt in, actually like 15 minutes ago, so I had to throw it on, of course. But this week you can call ego lifts, you can call whatever you want. Like I talked about, still doing a high frequency, like I talked about last week, doing high frequency deadlifts, not being able to tolerate that high frequency, high load off the floor very well, so a lot of deloaded at the bottom or extra weight at the top. So again, you're gonna see the heavy band assisted pulls. This will probably be the last week of actually doing 3 heavy deadlift sessions, because I was doing RDLs midweek, so I'm gonna cut that out. So I can start loading, adding more load into the lower portion of the deadlift. But you'll see that again this week. And also adding in some heavy rack pulls, so you're gonna see that, or block pulls. This is really, I'm pulling it off of a 17-inch bar height, which is actually fairly decent, but because of the amount of weight and it being far out there, I'm getting a tremendous amount of bar bend on the initiation of that. There's a reason I'm doing it this way, which will become more clear in following weeks as I'm prepping for the next phases of the training plan. But going to be adding more range of motion with that, hopefully every week. So, all right, enjoy.
All right, so this is the band assisted. I've measured this at right about 190 pounds of assistance off the floor, and it rolls to about nothing at the top, except there's some added back in now that there's weights are on there, and it's bending the ends down a little bit. So there is some assistance all the way through to the top, depending on how that's measured. And we did 900 in bar weight. Obviously, take the weight off of that, we've got about 700-ish off the floor, decreasing immediately. And then this last couple sets is with 922, I believe, is bar weight for a triple and a double. So this is Monday's training. On Wednesday session, which we're moving to here shortly, is the RDLs. This week I backed it down quite a bit, just because the heavy RDL is working up to, 675 for high reps, 725 for like 4 or 5 reps, whatever I did the week prior. Definitely taking a toll on my recovery. So this week stuck with 635, and it still felt pretty damn heavy given that. So I can tell that I definitely need to be backing that off further. So we'll be switching up Wednesday's training session quite a bit. Friday going in, doing the heavy chains. So we've got 200 pounds in chains there, probably about 175-ish picking up towards the top, because again, some of the bend of the bar is pulling that out there, not all of it's picking up. And I believe I've measured that at 70 pounds right off the floor. And here's the ego pulls, block pulls. But I haven't done these for years, so I was just trying to kind of work into this and see what's appropriate. I want to start definitely adding some significant range of motion over what we've got here, just because of the amount of bend in the bar, or changing plate selection around would actually be another way to change this lift, with even using the same block height and same weight. So lots of different ways to play around with things that people don't think of.